GeorgeKSimonJr., In Sheep's Clothing, Understanding and Dealing with Manipulative People. Welcome to our summary of In Sheep's Clothing, Understanding and Dealing with Manipulative People by George K. Simon Jr. This book delves into the complex world of manipulative individuals, exposing their tactics and explaining how to identify and put a stop to their harmful behavior. The author differentiates between assertive fighting for legitimate needs and manipulative fighting driven by self-interest. With a focus on both overt and covert manipulators, the book offers valuable insights into the psychology behind manipulation, thereby equipping you with the tools necessary to recognize and confront these individuals effectively.
Manipulative Personalities. Understanding the tactics of manipulators and their impact on others is crucial for personal growth and meaningful relationships. This article highlights how manipulators use their impaired conscience to seek self-interest at any cost without respecting others' feelings, rights, or interests. It is important to note that everyone engages in some negative behavior from time to time. However, the difference lies in manipulators' ability to push their agenda aggressively without any regard for others. They view conformity to social norms as a threat to their self-interest, which can result in them pressuring others to fulfill their desires. For instance, manipulative parents may disregard their children's needs while pressuring them to excel in school or sports to gain social status. It is essential to recognize and address manipulative behavior to foster healthy relationships built on mutual respect and empathy. Spotting covert aggressors. Covert aggression is a common, effective tactic utilized by manipulators who choose to conceal their actions and intentions. In the book, In Sheep's Clothing, Dr. George K. Simon explains the difference between overt aggressive and covert aggressive manipulators. The former are openly hostile, while the latter actively use underhanded methods to get what they want. Unlike passive aggressives who remain silent, covert aggressors use calculated techniques to fight their battles without tarnishing their reputations. This type of aggression is popular throughout society, making it essential to identify manipulators in our lives. For instance, a pastor who neglects his family in pursuit of his career aims can utilize piety in duty as a cover-up for his actions. Therefore, it is important to learn how to recognize and protect ourselves from the effects of covert aggression. The Manipulator's Game. This book's summary highlights how society has become overly permissive and how manipulators use tactics to shift blame and responsibility onto the victim. Have you ever been told not to take someone's bad behavior personally and that it's just a result of their own issues? It's a widely accepted view that neurosis is always at the root of aggressive behavior. However, this principle is based on Sigmund Freud's theories on neurosis, which were developed during Victorian times when society had a restrictive view of natural impulses. Today's society suffers from the opposite malady, an overly permissive social climate in which many people suffer from too little, not too much, inhibition. Manipulators take advantage of this social climate and use tactics to shift the blame and responsibility onto the victim. These tactics include minimizing, lying, denying, or diverting attention away from their behavior. For instance, a person who only takes and never gives anything in a relationship might invoke their fear of intimacy to garner sympathy from their partner while deflecting suggestions of their selfish aims. They may even manipulate the victim into feeling guilty for being insensitive about their issues. It's essential to recognize manipulative behavior and take responsibility for setting and enforcing personal boundaries. By doing so, individuals can avoid being taken advantage of and ensure healthy relationships. The Manipulator's Game sheds light on how manipulators operate in today's society and provides practical advice on how to deal with such individuals. Recognizing and stopping manipulators. In this summary, we will learn how to identify manipulators and put a stop to their bad behavior. The first step is to recognize when you're making too many excuses for them. Manipulators often fly off the handle or demand that you constantly do what they want. Recognize this behavior and stop making excuses. Look out for manipulative behavior, such as guilt-tripping, shaming, or playing the victim. If you see any of these signs, it's time to take action and stop the manipulator from ruining your life. Standing up to manipulators. Sometimes, we have to face our aggressors and fight back. When dealing with manipulators, it's crucial to focus on their harmful behavior instead of their intentions. Direct communication, avoiding sarcasm and threats, and finding a win-win solution can help in resolving conflicts with them. Bear in mind that aggressive manipulators want to win, so defining terms and conditions of agreement favorably for both parties could maximize the chances of resolving the conflict. Knowing yourself and outsmarting manipulators. Understanding oneself and identifying character flaws is crucial in safeguarding against aggressive manipulators. Low self-esteem, naivete, and emotional dependency can be easily exploited. Honesty and self-awareness help in discerning manipulative behavior. Knowing oneself is instrumental in creating positive interactions with the rest of the world. This is especially important when dealing with aggressive manipulators, who might have a better understanding of one's weaknesses than the individual does. It's necessary to identify character flaws that manipulators can exploit, such as low self-esteem, naivete, or emotional dependency. If an individual lacks self-confidence, for example, manipulative individuals will sense it and engage in power games, testing boundaries and challenging authority while avoiding getting punished. To exert authority and prevent this negative behavior, an individual first needs to recognize his or her lack of confidence and work towards improving it. Moreover, it's critical to be honest with oneself about desires and needs. Manipulators can exploit this to offer platitudes while treating one poorly. Recognizing this tendency, such as seeking approval for self-worth from others, allows one to better detect manipulative actions. For instance, a housewife might sacrifice pursuing personal development for her partner's desire to have a full-time wife and household manager. However, acknowledging individual dreams and desires independently of the partner's wishes can help in stepping out of their shadow. Being honest with oneself is crucial before taking any steps towards improvement. Understanding oneself and identifying character flaws help in discerning manipulative behavior and keeping it in check.
In conclusion, In Sheep's Clothing is a comprehensive guide to understanding, identifying, and dealing with manipulative people. George K. Simon Jr. provides deep insights into the mindset and tactics of individuals who operate with impaired conscience and self-serving intentions. The book emphasizes the importance of recognizing manipulators, not making excuses for them, and addressing their harmful actions through clear and civil communication while maintaining your integrity and self-awareness. By taking these steps, you can begin to free yourself from the grip of manipulative people and improve your relationships.